Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. Let's go to the New Zealand Herald. Other side of the world, man, did they have an interesting piece. Ancient humans had sex with non-humans. Now, a lot of people would say that those New Zealanders might have different customs, you know, the Aborigines and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but that's not what they're talking about here. What they're talking about is things that guys like L.A. Marzulli, Rob Skiba, Michael Heiser, Steve Quayle, Tim Alberino, and many others have highlighted, you know, throughout their research that Genesis 6 in the Bible actually had a lot to do with humans mating with fallen ones, fallen angels, or what they call Nephilim. And these Nephilim, or these fallen ones, these Rephaim, spawned Nephilim, and the Nephilim were the offspring of these fallen ones. So when you hear talk of giants that walk the earth, those were the Nephilim. Those were the offspring of the Rephaim, the fallen ones, mating with human beings. Some of these giants were upwards of 500 feet tall. You know, even today you can see evidence out there of giant tree, actually chopped down trees. A lot of the mesas that you see out in the Midwest are actually chopped down trees, like actual tree trunks. It's unbelievable. There are actual evidence of these giant trees all over the place. You have footprints in stone. You know, of course, humans walking alongside giants, walking alongside dinosaurs. All kind of throws this millions and millions of years theory out the door. It says new research shows that ancient humans had sex with non-human species. According to the study conducted by Omer Gokuman, an assistant professor of biological science at the University of Buffalo, ancient humans, they say, had intercourse with a ghost species of proto-human. Now, Gokuman explains that humans are only one member of a broader species named homonyms. He says the research found that humans had sex with other members of the homonyms group. And Gokuman found wildly different genes and DNA of humans living in sub-Saharan Africa. And he believes that these genes can be traced back to about 150,000 years ago when ancient humans were breeding with the mysterious ghost species. Now, just so everybody knows, you know, if you take a look at, say, the Watchers series by L.A. Marzulli, you'll see extensive evidence of non-human elongated skulls that were of a species or creature that was not human. Very similar to human, but not human at all. And a lot of people theorize and believe that, coupled with the extensive evidence of giants that walk the earth, that here is your evidence of the Genesis 6 story, an account of what happened in the Bible, about how fallen ones came to earth, mated with the women, and spawned the Nephilim, the giants. And eventually, God had to destroy the earth with a flood because the world was corrupt. Genes were being manipulated. You know, when we look at biblical history, the best way that I like to describe it as is Lord of the Rings type history. If you take a look at the pre-flood world as Lord of the Rings, all of a sudden it takes on a much more realistic perspective. And you understand that a lot of the myths that are openly spoken of today are actually grounded in truth of actual events that have occurred in the past on Earth. You know, a lot of people look at the Great Pyramid of Giza and credit it to the Egyptians of Khufu the king, right? King Khufu was the one that had his burial tomb. No, it's not. No, it's not. And many archaeologists will tell you that no, the only thing that really tied it to Khufu was some graffiti that they found one day above the king's burial chamber, and that was it. Good question to ask anybody is, the pyramids, the Great Pyramids of Giza, date back well before a lot of the other pyramids in the area. how come the technology regressed from the time the Great Pyramid was made to a lot of these other pyramids that are out there? You know, these other pyramids haven't stood the test of time, like the Great Pyramid. You know, these step pyramids, they're all disintegrating. So just food for thought. And understand that what we have here is more evidence that the history that's being taught to us is simply not the history that took place here on earth. And that's the most important thing to glean from this, whether you're an evolutionist or you're a Bible-believing Christian or you believe in any other. There's a lot more to the story, and we'll leave it at that. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.